Every 4 years, the United States holds a presidential election. This event captures the world's attention. It is a time of great excitement and anticipation. Americans from all walks of life engage in the democratic process. They choose their next leader. The presidential election is not just about picking a president, it is about choosing the direction of the country. It is about deciding what values and policies will shape the nation's future. The stakes are high and the process is complex. But at its heart, it is a testament to the power of democracy. This essay will guide you through the intricacies of the US presidential election. We will demystify the process from the first primaries to the inauguration of the new president. Join us as we explore this cornerstone of American democracy. The road to the White House is long and arduous. It is a journey filled with numerous challenges, strategic decisions, and intense competition. Every 4 years, candidates from various political parties embark on this path, hoping to secure the highest office in the land. It begins with the primaries and caucuses, the first critical steps in the electoral process. These events are the initial battlegrounds where candidates test their mettle and gauge their support among party members and the general public. These early contests determine which candidate from each political party will compete in the general election. Primaries are statewide elections where voters from each state cast their ballots to choose their preferred candidate. This process is crucial as it helps to narrow down the field of contenders. Voters cast their ballots secretly, ensuring that their choice remains confidential. This anonymity is a cornerstone of the democratic process, allowing individuals to vote without fear of retribution or social pressure. They choose their preferred candidate from a list of contenders within their party. This selection process is akin to a preliminary round in a sports tournament, where only the strongest and most popular candidates advance to the next stage. Think of it like choosing a team captain. Just as a sports team needs a leader to guide them to victory, a political party needs a candidate who can unite its members and appeal to the broader electorate. Each party needs to decide who will lead them into the big game, the general election. This decision is not taken lightly, as the chosen candidate will represent the party's values, policies, and vision for the future. Caucuses, on the other hand, are more interactive and community-oriented. Unlike primaries, which are more straightforward and individualistic, caucuses involve a collective decision-making process. They involve party members gathering in community centers, schools, or even private homes. These gatherings are often lively and spirited, with participants passionately advocating for their preferred candidates. They discuss the candidates and publicly express their support. This open dialogue allows for a deeper understanding of each candidate's strengths and weaknesses, as well as their policies and vision. Imagine a town hall meeting where neighbors debate and persuade each other before casting their votes. This grassroots approach fosters a sense of community and collective responsibility, as participants work together to choose the best candidate. Both primaries and caucuses serve the same purpose: to narrow down the field of candidates and select the nominee who will represent each party in the general election. This process is essential for ensuring that the most capable and popular candidates move forward. These early contests are crucial. They provide a snapshot of the political landscape and offer valuable insights into the candidate's strengths and weaknesses. Early victories can build momentum, while early losses can be difficult to overcome. They set the stage for the intense battle that lies ahead. The general election is the final showdown, where the chosen candidates from each party face off in a bid to win the hearts and minds of the American people. The journey is long, but it is a testament to the resilience and determination of those who seek to lead the nation. After months of primaries and caucuses, the two major political parties, the Democrats and the Republicans, hold their national conventions. These conventions are highly anticipated events. They mark a pivotal moment in the election cycle. At the conventions, delegates from each state gather to formally nominate their party's presidential and vice presidential candidates. The atmosphere is electric. Delegates and party leaders deliver speeches. They rally support for their chosen nominees. The conventions are more than just formalities. They are an opportunity for the parties to showcase their platforms and their vision for the country. They allow the newly nominated candidates to introduce themselves to the American people. They set the tone for the general election campaign that follows. Section 4. The Campaign Trail, a battle of ideas. Following the conventions, the general election campaign kicks into high gear. This is the moment when the candidates, having secured their party's nomination, step into the national spotlight. The two major party nominees, along with any independent or third-party candidates, embark on a whirlwind tour of the country. They crisscross the nation, visiting key battleground states and major cities, aiming to connect with as many voters as possible. The campaign trail is a grueling marathon of rallies, speeches, and town hall meetings. Each event is meticulously planned to maximize media coverage and voter engagement. Candidates travel from state to state, often visiting multiple locations in a single day. The logistics are complex, involving a dedicated team that handles everything from transportation to security. They present their policy proposals, outlining their plans for healthcare, education, the economy, and more. They engage in debates where they face off against their opponents, defending their positions and challenging the views of others. They try to convince voters that they are the best choice for the job. This involves not just presenting policies, but also connecting on a personal level, sharing stories and experiences that resonate with the electorate. The general election campaign is a battle of ideas. It's a time when different visions for the future of the country are put to the test. It is a time for candidates to articulate their visions for America. They must clearly communicate their goals and how they plan to achieve them, inspiring hope and confidence in their leadership. They address the concerns of voters, listening to their issues and promising solutions. This interaction is crucial as it helps build trust and rapport with the electorate. They outline their plans for the future, detailing how they will tackle pressing issues like climate change, job creation, and national security. It's a crucial phase of the election. The energy is palpable, with supporters rallying behind their chosen candidates and the media providing extensive coverage. It allows voters to compare and contrast the candidates' positions on critical issues. Through debates, speeches, and interviews, voters get a comprehensive view of what each candidate stands for, helping them make an informed decision on election day. Section 5. Understanding the Electoral College. One unique aspect of the U.S. presidential election is the Electoral College. This system is a fundamental part of how the United States elects its president and vice president. This system, established by the Founding Fathers, determines the winner of the presidency. It was designed as a compromise between electing the president by a vote in Congress and electing the president by a popular vote of qualified citizens. It's not solely based on the popular vote. While the popular vote reflects the choice of the majority of voters, the Electoral College can sometimes produce a different outcome. Instead of directly electing the president, Americans vote for electors. These electors are part of the Electoral College and are chosen by each political party before the general election. These electors pledge to support a specific candidate. When voters cast their ballots, they are actually voting for a slate of electors selected by their party and pledged to that party's candidate. Each state has a certain number of electors based on its population. The number of electors is equal to the total number of its senators and representatives in Congress. The candidate who wins the popular vote in a state generally wins all of that state's electoral votes. This is known as the winner-takes-all system, which is used by most states. To win the presidency, a candidate must secure a majority of the 538 electoral votes. This means a candidate needs at least 270 electoral votes to win. This system can lead to a candidate winning the presidency even if they didn't win the national popular vote. This has occurred in several elections, most recently in the 2016 election. This has happened several times in U.S. history. Notable instances include the elections of 1824, 1876, 1888, 2000, and 2016, where the Electoral College results differed from the popular vote. The Electoral College remains a topic of debate, with some advocating for reform. Critics argue that it can undermine the principle of one person, one vote, while supporters claim it protects the interests of smaller states and ensures a broader coalition of support for the president. Section 6. Swing states, where elections are won and lost. In most states, the outcome of the presidential election is predictable. These states consistently vote for one party or the other. However, a handful of states, known as swing states, are fiercely contested. Swing states are those where the vote is closely divided between the two major parties. These states are crucial battlegrounds. Candidates often focus their resources and campaign efforts on winning over voters in these areas. Examples of swing states include Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. The outcome in these states can determine the outcome of the entire election. The focus on swing states highlights the strategic nature of campaigning. Candidates must allocate their resources wisely to maximize their chances of victory.